Well, welcome to the Baseball Hall of Fame. We're with a familiar face here, Josh Rawitch. You've seen him on Arizona's Family throughout the years. He's in the Hall of Fame now, the president of the Hall of Fame here in Cooperstown, New York. What's it like coming to work here every day?
Oh, man, I pinch myself every day, Mark. I mean, this place truly is such a special spot. And just watching people walk into the plaque gallery who have had this on their bucket list forever and they're finally checking it off, it's really hard to believe.
You moved up here. The weather today is rainy. It's a little cool. It's 115, I think, all week in the valley here. What's your pitch to Arizonans to come up here and check out the Baseball Hall of Fame?
Well, we just had my son's team here all week, and the weather was perfection for like 4 straight days, and all the Arizonans were talking about, God, can we have this back home? Of course, we get the winters, which are a little colder here than the summers back there, but honestly, come here because there's just so many cool things. It's not just the Hall of Fame. We've got great museums, golf courses, restaurants. Really, it's such a perfect family trip for anybody who loves baseball or just loves being with their family in a really unique setting.
As you wander around the Hall of Fame, what are the must-sees when you get inside the museum?
Well, obviously, this plaque gallery is as unique as anything you'll see on the planet. We've got an incredible welcome film that often gets rated as one of the top things people see. You can only see it here at the Hall. We don't put it on YouTube. We don't let anybody else see it other ways. And then we have a 3-story museum that most people don't realize. It takes you from literally the earliest days that the term baseball was used all the way up through literally any historic thing that would have happened this week. We might have an artifact when you show up here from a no-hitter that just happened.
Diamondback artifacts that are in the Hall of Fame. What are some of the ones that you can kind of find as you roam in the halls here?
Well, what's pretty cool is no matter what team you like, we actually have like it's called the starting 9. So there's 9 unique items for every team that you can kind of go look around and find. We've got Gonzo's shoes from his 30-game hitting streak. We've got a jersey of Randy Johnson, all sorts of things from Schilling, from more recently, there's a locker upstairs with stuff from Paul Goldschmidt or Wade Miley or even Gilbert's no-hitter recently. That cap is here. So, I mean, it happens very, very quickly. We try to reach out to the teams and get very current artifacts so that we can tell the story of the game.
Some of the old things that have you been able to try on Babe Ruth's jersey or anything like that?
No, but I did stumble upon a hat of his in the collections downstairs the other day and just kind of blew my mind. I mean, we have 40,000 artifacts here, and only 4,000 of them are on display at any given time. The rest are in storage, and we're obviously trying to make sure that we keep them in good shape for the next 100 years, 200 years. To try to pick one is almost impossible. There are so many incredible things, whether it's Babe Ruth, Honus Wagner, Josh Gibson, Satchel Paige. It's all throughout this place, and it's really, you have to come see it. If it's on your bucket list, get it on your to-do list and make it happen.
As president of the Hall of Fame, what is your role? How do you get more artifacts to the Hall of Fame? How's that process work?
So, the role really it's multiple. One is obviously fundraising. We're a nonprofit, so a lot of my job is actually in getting people to help support the Hall. It's in interacting with all the current Hall of Famers, living Hall of Famers, and helping put on our big events like induction and the Classic Weekend we just had. But in terms of getting new artifacts, it happens anytime something historic happens. We'll reach out to a team and we'll ask if a player would be willing to donate something. But we actually get offers all the time from somebody's grandkid or somebody found something in the attic and would be interested in that. And we have to look at it and understand, is this the sort of thing that we want to take on? Because once we've agreed to accession it into the collection, we're responsible for it forever. And last I checked, forever's a long time. Yeah, Chase Field, obviously at one time was called Bank One Ballpark, and as part of our ballpark exhibit, which really takes you through the history of the way stadiums have been built and the best parts of them, the pool has made it in there, as have several other little pieces of history, but that was obviously one of the very unique things when Chase Field opened up, was the idea that there was a pool in the outfield, and of course that means it made it on here.
People in Arizona who might want to come out here and check it out. You have a lake in town. I mean, it's a beautiful area. So when you're not, I guess, in baseball Disneyland here, are you out on the lake? There's so much to do here in upstate New York.
Yeah, I mean, the Otsego Lake is the whole kind of summer vibe is just like any other town that's right on the water. But there's an incredible golf course that I don't think people realize. So I've been making my way onto Main Street.
Time now, by the way, to play a little golf.
I don't have 81 home games like I did at the D-backs. It's a different kind of busy here for sure. But yeah, I mean, I think that's one thing that surprises people is just how much more there is to do in Cooperstown than just the Hall of Fame. And it's not an easy place necessarily to get to, but I think when you do it, it pays off 10 times.